Good morning. Welcome to the Java Cafe, Java fam.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. I think I got the mic on, audio's on. So I'm a little giddy this morning because 5 years ago today, the day after Governor Baker told us to stay home, it is dissipating, but it's still here. COVID was getting ready to do its thing. And because of my time in public health, my time being in government, but most of all, being a man from this community, I just saw what we saw exacerbated in Black and brown communities and was going live for a couple of weeks. And on the 24th, we sat and went live and a lot of people came in and my mom asked the question. She observed that we were, going live here and there. And she said, well, is this going to be an everyday coffee hour? And I said, I didn't plan on it, but however, as long as we were going to hold this space, that I would be here. And little that we knew, COVID would do what it did because he who was in the White House, but we're not going to go there today. But little that we knew that 5 years later, we would be here. Expanded, monetized, grew, but most of all, we have had impact. And that is undeniable. And I have gotten better at acknowledging that and naming that. And so this morning, we have quite a lineup for you. We have a couple of greetings from some of our elected officials. And most of all, we have some folks in the room who has been a part of the beginning of the Java Cafe. There's two people that I want to name that aren't present, but have contributed, and we're going to acknowledge them more in June. Oh, let me just clarify one thing. I got a bunch of texts and comments about Saturday night. Saturday night was more teen and some influencers and those who have intentionally, aggressively invested thoughts, critiques, money, support, likes, and shares. And so we're going to get ready to get started with our first greeting this morning. And again, as you all know, I do stuff in real time. So we're going to get it together. And our first greeting is going to come from our Governor Maura Healey. And she is going to just share some words with us in just a second. And I was elated to, and nobody says Jimmy or Java like Governor Healey. So we're going to go ahead and play that real quick and then get ready to bring in our first guest, who I am excited because, well, I'll tell you why in a minute. I have tissue. I have my Java. All right, let's get it started. Governor Maura Healey.
Jimmy, congratulations on 5 years of the Java Cafe. This was something that was started during the pandemic. You saw a need and an opportunity to do something really good, and you just ran with it. I've always enjoyed being able to come on your show. You bring so many voices on, so many perspectives to the conversation, and you talk about real issues facing our state, facing Boston. So I'm here wishing you continued success and happy 5 years of Java with Jimmy.
Governor, we definitely appreciate our governor being here. Now, let me get this thing back up here. Here I go. Again, we're doing this stuff in real time. And so I'm getting ready to bring in my first guest. I call him my forever manager, and he truly is. And he has stepped in ways in the beginning. And also, y'all, I'm nervous because I actually got fog on my glasses. So let's bring in our first guest this morning. Our guest scheduled to be with us 3 to 5 minutes. And we're going to work that out. And some of them that are crossing over, I know the way it happened is a setup. So without further ado, let's bring in my first and forever manager, DJ Newt.
Oh, what up? What up? We on the air. We live. Oh, okay. Okay. Good morning. Good morning.
Don't.
Oh, by the way, there's something wrong with the. I'm just messing with you.
Don't start saying some no. If anybody knows, listen, I got to give you some flowers because I think that's next to the Davis system and Rachel. If anybody understands my event mode, my attitude, my sharpness, my snarkiness, he's shaking his head. Newt Johnson does.
All of the above.
So, sir, we got 2 people in the background, so I am not going to rush you, but I'm going to allow you to have some time. I'm enjoying your outfit this morning.
I mean, I had to do it. You know, a little red, little trim. I had to do it. But yeah, man, first of all, let me just start with just thanks for being a friend. Let me just start with that. You know what I mean? I mean, it's like I've known you for I don't know how many years, then we'll be giving up our ages, but I mean, I'm gonna go back to like just the beginning of Java. I if I'm right, you know, the whole COVID part. I mean, when COVID dropped on top of us, folks just didn't know what it was, just didn't understand it. But you went ahead and like had stats. You were giving suggestions. Stay home. I remember one time we were like, no cookouts, no parties. We're like,
no basketball.
No basketball. We're like, what you talking about, Willis? But you were real and it was truthful because we didn't know that it was an airborne thing. You didn't know. We didn't know it was from the coughing and sneezing. We didn't know none of that. So I just thank you for that. You kind of you said I'm gonna step up. I'm gonna show up for the community, spread the facts to folks, and you were actually out here saving lives. I'm really serious about that. And just moving forward beyond COVID, I think, you definitely stepped out and say, let's put the spotlight on some businesses, on some mental health issues that the community has, because we're all healing from something, and for you to even take that and just give everybody a big hug and say, here's the information, watch this show. I'm going to have so-and-so talking about mental health. I'm going to have so-and-so talking about women and working and the lack of this and the lack of that, and just bringing everybody together. I think you just kind of embrace everybody, and everybody can't do that. I can't do that. I barely can get upside, but I just want to appreciate you for that. And, going back to like, I'm going to be going back and forth. Me being your like official DJ, as you used to put it, me running across town with my little EJ equipment, setting up DJing in your kitchen, in your office, wherever we were. But we bought people a little bit of hope, a little bit of happiness in the afternoon. You know what I mean? That's all that really mattered at that point. It was just like, just you giving us news and music, and then you kind of evolved into more of like a community, just like a spotlighter. I don't even know how to describe it. You know what I'm saying? You bring people on that will forever be indebted to you. Like I have people come, I'm not going to tell you who, but she came up to me and was like, I've never gotten so much business since after I got on Java. And that's not necessarily the intention all the time.
Oh, sometimes it is with the black businesses and the women. Yeah.
But even the little boost brought her some loot, but also made her think about kind of changing her business kind of line to more of a community, kind of more grassroots type of approach to to her marketing. So she definitely spoke to me about that, and I had no idea that like folks really are being pushed up and you pull people with you, and including myself, and I appreciate that for you. I mean, I've gotten a couple of gigs, I'm a retired DJ more or less, but it's like you know, people call me like, "Oh, I need for you to do my wedding anniversary." I'm like, "What? I don't know about that one, but I can host and bring someone in with me." You know, it was always something. But no, I appreciate that about you, man. It's like you always think about other people first, even though I press you about yourself and your own mental health.
This is a good time. We got DL in the background. It's a good time to bring DL in with you.
That right now, but no, for real. That's like, you know, you
DL
out here just DL's in his car in his 1992 Ford Escort. I see you.
I'm not, you know, listen, man, I'm not even sharp enough to retort, but you know, I got it. I got my Back to the Future jacket on. You know what I'm saying?
Me too.
So
hold on, I'm gonna get ready to because I'm gonna try to do this well. You all didn't do as bad with the both of you together as I thought. But Newt, I just want to say thank you for everything that you've done from the beginning, from back in 2013 in the political space and wouldn't let me go home after my candidate loss, to even investing in Java with Jimmy and me. And so, brother, I appreciate you. I love you. And you'll be back on the 1s and 2s in June. Y'all will hear from DJ Newt at the official 5-year anniversary Red Cup Awards. But Newt, I love you and thank you, bro. We're going to give it to DL and I'll be texting.
Bro.
DL, what up?
What up, man?
Thank you, bro.
All right, see y'all later.
I didn't think I thought it was gonna be overlap. I didn't know it was gonna be
yeah, that's your overlap because we got a sister in the background that's waiting.
Okay. So I mean I heard bits and pieces, you know, but I think you know, it's important, man, to recognize accomplishments, you know, even if you are not where you feel you should be or could have been or any of those type of things. It's important to really look at monumental achievements. And oftentimes, as you know, people don't acknowledge things until someone's gone and they're reading words off a page and they're saying, "Oh man, you know, and this person, you know." And so I think the more you can look at your own accomplishments and celebrate those, you know, those are super important. And I'm trying to take my own advice. We tend to focus on the negatives and the no's and the denials and the rejections. You know what I'm saying? And we don't focus so much on the yeses and the partnerships and the collaborations. And so, you know, I want to salute you for having an idea and doing a thing. Idea, thinking of a thing and doing a thing and literally figuring it out in real time. Like you're flying a plane and you're figuring it out as you're flying, right? Which this is a different type of space that I don't know how much mentorship is available in this particular space, unless you're talking about you know, is it Karen? I'm blanking on names. Jim Boyd,
yeah.
Holmes, like unless it's stuff like that, right? But it's different if you are starting a restaurant. You know that you can tap people and say, "Hey, you know, what should I do for this? What should my ordering be like? What should my staffing look like?" If you're starting a car detailing place, there's probably people you can call to be like, "Yo, you know, what should my hours be? What's like peak times? What, you know, what's the down seasons?" You're literally figuring it out in real time. And what I will say, because we talked about it briefly, is, you know, people feeling about, you know, you having, and I'm not, you know, Thaddeus, I love Thaddeus. So this is not, but, you know, people feeling as though if you're showing certain biases towards, you know, Mayor Wu, right? I think it's no secret that there's a friendship. But you are also in a media space, right? Java with Jimmy is a community platform. So in theory, if anyone's running against the mayor, you should like give space for other people to speak their piece, right? And lay their platforms. However, I also feel this way. We are in a time where if I see a thing, you're telling me that I'm not seeing a thing. And I'm tired of it. I have very little tolerance for it. And the other side, the other sides, they have their people who platform them. So I'm okay with us having our platform. So it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? And I think that we're in a time where heroes are disappointing left and right. You have people who don't live here who are coming in and endorsing people and meddling in our local politics. And I feel a way about that. And I'll leave that where it is. But
Yes,
I
sir.
feel a way about it. And I went on a tangent yesterday for about 20 minutes
We
because
don't want you to get too on the tangent now because Courtney's back here.
I'm not. It is what it is. But I will say this.
But somebody in here said speak. So
be on code, guys. And like, you know, we have to rally around the people that we want to preserve and protect. And we can't all feel that we are so disposable. You know what I'm saying? I was with Congresswoman. I wasn't with, but I was at Congresswoman Ayanna Presley's town hall. I want to support her and protect her. If people are charging at her to do her harm, like, where are you going to stand on that? You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And so anyway, love to you, man. And I think, you know, your voice is needed more than ever now. And it's just, I don't think this was a plan years ago, but it literally is what it is. And live in it, breathe it, and stand on it.
Absolutely.
So, yeah. That's Courtney?
That's Courtney. This is when you talk about, so it's interesting because you talk about and you talk about not having anyone to go to. And she is one of the people that from the beginning just was like, I see what you're doing. Let me know how I can support. And so DL, I didn't have formal mentors, but her and Maura were very instrumental. And so DL, I'm getting a little bit behind schedule. I hate to cut you off.
I'm out.
I'm out.
Good to see you, my good brother DL.
I love you. I love. Have a good rest of the day, and I'm locked in.
DL,
Java Jimmy, 5 years.
Thank you, bro.
Word.
Everybody, that was brother DL. And now we have this wonderful queen who moves in the same space. And I was honored last year to have her host the 4th year kickoff on another platform. And so, Courtney, how are you? Good to see you. Thank you for coming in. And I know we're speeding and doing speed round pop-up, but brother Dante says hi as well. And so
Mr. Luna, the incomparable.
I'm going to drink my coffee because
Good morning.
We got some cooking to do by June, but go ahead, Courtney.
Hey, no, I'm just happy just to tap in. As you can see, as we're talking about you and the things that you're doing and celebrating 5 years. And I think DL was just touching on something in terms of the importance of the platforms in the space. And we've always talked about that. We talk about Black media in general, whether it's print, digital, being social, whatever the case may be. We're in a time where your platform, our platforms as a community are even more important to get these voices out there. And I think that longevity is a big thing. And I like what DL said, and even what you call him, your DJ, I said he's a manager, my DJ, my boy, right? But like, we need to collectively and collaboratively be able to support this platform and our multitude of platforms, because for what DL you were just speaking about, we got to be able to put people on. We got to educate our folks. We got to protect our folks by any cost. And Black media and brown media is one of those things that need to be thrown into that equation. And I think that what you've proven, and it's so hard for me not to say Java. I don't know, Mr. Hill, Jimmy.
You're a James. Ain't no daggone Java, but.
I know you always say that, but that's brand strength there, right? Because it's like, I got my Java and we got a Java and you're on here, but no, on a serious tip though, bro, like the 5 years and being able to be here and set the standard and make people pay attention. And, as we talk about Black media in the city, we've been independent for the last 20 years since Kathy Hughes got off of Radio 1 and the Hot 97 and ILD in 06. right? COVID made us have to get even more tapped in. And there's so many of us in this space that in our own way, even my young boy that you, that everybody's saying if he's controversial or not, who out here did the High Park Bridge? I can't believe I'm blanking on his name.
Mike D. Come on here.
Right? We have to have outlets and we have to have platforms that are talking across intergenerationally, socioeconomically, respectability and all that. Everybody's message can't come from the same media sources all the time, an entity. But if we're getting information and we're tapping our people in for the movement, that's what's important. So when I think about this platform, and you've worked across so much, and I think that sets you in the perfect position to be able to grow what you're doing because you've already had relationships and been out doing the work. So when you stepped into here, that just allowed all your folks and the people in the work you already be doing to give you a different lens and give you a different platform and a way to let more people know, hey, this is where our community's at. This is how we can tap in. This is where your help's at. This is what we need to be able to do. And I think that we just got to continue to breathe into each other. The contention and the separation that gets breeded in our city, I think is because they're not used to seeing us have a multitude of platforms to do the work. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And so I think that and I always say this, and I was like, Nike does not exist because Adidas came into the universe. CBS and NBC and everybody else doesn't say, I'm not going to do me because this one exists. But when it comes to us, no matter if it's restaurants, no matter if it's clothing stores, whatever we're doing, folks aren't seeing us be able to be successful in multitude. And so it's made a scarcity mindset, which has made us not be collective as our community is. Like, we're a communal people by nature, but our city in a lot of ways, there's a lot of great things happening and a lot of great support now, more so I think in the last 5 years, and we've seen across a lot of things, the music industry and everything else. So Java with Jimmy has allowed that proof to be here that we can do this and we can be successful, and you ain't hurt nobody. And so, but you are setting a standard and continue to do so, my good brother. And I can talk for 30 minutes, obviously, but I wanted to get, you know what I'm saying?
You're going to have time because there are things we're going to do together, Courtney. And thank you, for the affirmation and our natural support of one another. Things you have said and poured into me have had impact, Courtney. And so I thank you, the Black woman and queen that you are, that is out here killing it in this space along with others. We can have multiplicity of success in our community. We have different we have different audiences. Some of them are similar and they be bouncing back and forth. And why not? Cute.
Why not?
Anyway, we Hannah's in from the Salem State University. We got Toy in the background.
Hey, ladies.
So, Courtney, thank you so much for the time, and I appreciate you. And we'll be in contact, and you'll be getting an email about the official event in June.
Yes, sir. Happy nickel to you, my brother. Enjoy.
Nickel. Bye, Courtney. Talk to you later. Hannah.
Good morning, Jimmy. Congratulations.
I'm happy to have everybody here, but the fact that I have my coordinator now, one thing, we're a little bit behind time. I might be a few minutes late, like 12:10.
That's okay.
Hannah is the coordinator at the Salem State University Berry Institute of Politics. And a lot of you have been wondering, well, James is in college teaching what? Hannah, give us about 30 seconds about the Institute and then say whatever you would like to say. And I'm going to try to catch up with time.
Absolutely.
Short because you appreciate I need to be on time about noon.
Well, Jimmy, first off, congratulations. This is a huge milestone, and we are incredibly proud of you and really grateful to be on this continuing journey with you. So the Berry Institute of Politics, we lead all of the political engagement on the Salem State University campus. We are nonpartisan, and our goal is to engage all students in our campus community in our democracy. And we do that through a few different programs, one of our big ones being our Fellows program, where we have the honor of having Mr. Jimmy Hills as one of our Berry Institute of Politics Spring 2025 Fellows. And Jimmy, you have just been such an incredible mentor for our students. You'll be on campus today, and we're excited to have you back. And you have just been able to bring this sense of community, this sense of purpose to our students who don't often have these relationships and opportunities to engage with folks like yourself. So we're so appreciative that to have you part of our journey and part of our programming, and we can't wait to celebrate the next 5 years with you.
I appreciate it, and we're telling folks save April 25th, where there'll be more information coming out about that. But just hold on to that date, everyone. Hannah, the last thing I'll say and let you go is when we had our orientation, and I think neither of us realized that I would be sitting with the Secretary of Health and Human Services at the time. She was the one that told Governor Baker, we need to lock it down. And you remember that day in the office, I think I had to grab tissue, and just the fact that Salem State orchestrated that today I will be on campus with former Secretary Mary Lou Sutters is just, I'm bringing tissue with me today.
And it's so serendipitous. And today the two of you will have lunch with a group of students and talking about the importance of mental health, which I know is such a priority for you. And you've been able to build this incredible platform and create this community where everyone feels so welcome and able to engage in this important dialogue. So we're excited to see you in a few hours today.
Hopefully
you'll be on time.
Okay, I'll work it out. But speaking of mental health, we're getting ready to bring in someone that I need you to meet when you talk about mental health. But Toy Burton is the founder of Dee Dee's Cry, which is a suicide prevention program and whatnot. And so
thank you for what you do. I've heard about.
Oh yeah, 1 minute. Toy, you just got a recent, you do stuff with the whole state now, right? Oh, but let me get her off of mute. Hold on. Toy, take yourself off of mute. I just only mentioned that because Hannah and I have talked about so many services not being Boston centric. And so, but Hannah, we're going to get ready to let you go. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We'll be in touch soon, and I'll make sure that you get introduced and connected with Toy. Toy,
right,
thank you.
Happy anniversary.
As 12, as close to 12 as possible. Toy.
Yes.
How are you?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Good.
I'm going to be honest. You know, when you come on, we usually get on a couple of seconds early. We test the tech, and it never does what it's supposed to do right. Toy, you are in. You got a good signal. The sound.
Okay.
Yes. Toy.
I was worried because my it's been acting janky lately. I was worried. I was like, wait a minute, we don't do a sound check.
Not today. It's going to be it's a pop-up. It's a Java pop-up. But Toy, I'm excited to have you here because even before Java with Jimmy came by my house, we did an interview because I saw what you were doing. And I always say you were the one that really helped me realize and taught me there's a difference between maintaining our mental wellness and addressing our mental illness. And so, Toy, thank you for everything. And I'll give you a couple of minutes. Nobody's in the background right now, so I think you can don't preach, but I think you could take your time.
Okay. Nope. Just want to say congratulations on 5 years. It's such a huge milestone. Thank you for all you do for the community. For those of you who before the Java with Jimmy, like I said, he did the We Need to Know. So I will reshare that video of him and I on the sofa at his house talking about Dee Dee's Cry, first mental health while Black event. And now you're involved every year with the summit. See how God works?
Come on. See, I told you he was going to preach.
And not even to say, for those of you who do not know, I'm also the founder of the Roxbury Unity Parade, and James supports me in that space too. So always appreciate your support, and I always want to return that support any way I can. I love how you love, put it that way.
Oh, Toy. Thank you. You are a big part, and in those spaces that you've created, I've sat in those up at Encore And you don't know the breakthroughs I've had listening to them speakers, and we supposed to be talking about our community. And I'm sitting in there like, oh, this is a note for me. I got to go back to that. So Toy, thank you. And thank you for also raising the awareness of those that have died by suicide, to do our best to prevent it. And when folks do die by suicide, being that resource to so many in community. And so Toy, thank you. And for the Roxbury Parade, for bringing attention to Roxbury. So Toy, I love you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And I'm holding a date for June already. So.
Okay.
All right. Toy, thank you for being here. And we'll be in touch. Yes, I know. And we just got to cite that. Now we need this tech to work out for the regular scheduled interviews and not just the pop-ups. Because you did it this morning. You did it.
I did what?
You did the tech.
Oh, yes, I did. Yes, but it's funny. I needed help yesterday. I needed so much help yesterday for what I was doing. It took like 30 minutes for me to get it right.
You should have called me. Now we got another wonderful queen getting ready to come in. And now she froze a little bit, so I'm gonna take her back out, and then we'll bring her around. Oh, there she go. Hold on. There she go.
Good morning.
Good morning, Nia.
Good morning.
Look,
How
Toy,
are you? Look at you, Toy. Happy anniversary, the Java. Look at that.
Toy, I'm going to be in contact, and thank you so much. Love you much.
Love you too. Bye.
Miss Nia T. Go ahead. Do it.
Anniversary. That's all I got.
Not even a whole bar.
I that wasn't the whole bar.
No.
It's your anniversary. Yeah. Right. There we go.
Yes.
Oh man. Good morning.
How are you?
How are you? Oh, I'm good. I mean, we're chopping all over each other, but we're good, right?
Yes, ma'am. We're good. I'll shut up. Go ahead.
No. That's the excitement. And so, I like to, first, just thank you for being you, right? There's never going to be another James Hills. The way you show up, the way you uplift, like it's so authentic, and it's really rare to be able to meet authentic people. And I'm going to speak on that specifically because we only really met just a few years ago. I like to call it. We may have been in passing, but we only really met. And as adults past a certain age, it's hard to be able to bond and find like true authentic bonds with people that you didn't just come up with. And that is something that I was able to find with you. So I thank you for your friendship first and foremost. And I thank you. I always tend to hopefully share this with you, but I'm sharing with you and others now, is that I thank you for just essentially amplifying the walk that you were on, because, we might be celebrating 5 years of Java with Jimmy, but in fact, people have been having Java with Jimmy for decades. And so anytime you picked up a call to check in on someone, and anytime you, sent a text message to check on someone's mental health, and anytime you, wanted to have community conversations, be it in the hallway or, on a platform, you were already Java with Jimmy. And you know what I mean? And so I thank you for believing in, taking the mantle at a pivotal point of time to have those same conversations with the public. And then I thank you for taking it to the next level by creating such an outlet that is seemed like that we trust, period. You know what I mean? And so happy anniversary. I know I don't want to mess up the timing. So, but
you're good. You're one of those ones that can, and someone is in here that helps manage it. So I'm going to try to balance this because Anthony from TDS is next. And I'm like, if Erin's in the background, she going to lean in and be like, the schedule, Jimmy, the schedule. But Nia, I love and thank you. And thank you for creating spaces physically and curating Black Joy. And I got to say, publicly as well, thank you for being that real friend, because I think next to Newt and TDS, that may not, you are informal part of the team as far as my mentor and confidant, but you also know what this 5 years has included in the struggle, and that having that support, things to bounce off like I do you. I think it's more me unsolicited, but when I do solicit, you give that advice and experience and life experience, industry experience, but just being authentic in who you are as well. And I love us, and I love how we just roll and understand the importance of our self-care in the space of things that are on plates.
Yeah, absolutely. And not just the food we like to eat, but to that to that point, somebody said to me yesterday, she was around here taking care of this, that, and the other. And she could name everything that she was taking care of and every person she was taking care of. And when she looked back at the list, she never saw her name, not once. And so I just say to you, not only have that list of people and things that you're taking care of, make sure you're on the list, but make sure you're number one. So
It's a good time to break with Anthony, because you get ready to take us there. I'll let y'all greet each other, and then we'll let Anthony loose as well. But Neil, I love you, and thank you, and thank you for this weekend, especially.
Oh yes, right. It's a thing. All right. Good morning and happy anniversary again. Take care.
Thank you, Anthony.
Good morning, brother. How are you? Happy anniversary.
Thank you, man. Right after you or right now, we're going to take a quick. I think I can do it with you before other folks come in, but I'm sure you'll enjoy this greeting real quick. So hold on for 1 second.
Cool.
James and the Java fam, happy anniversary. 5 years of amazing conversations, holding everyone accountable, and making sure that we're doing right by the community. Thinking back 5 years ago, this was an incredibly scary time. Everything had shut down. Everyone was kind of worried, just trying to figure out how to know what's real and know what to do. And your voice really provided a space in a very scary moment for people to come together, to be able to know what to do and who to lean on. And even as the pandemic, thankfully, has faded a little bit into the background, you continue to be that voice and that platform and that home for everyone. So thanks for all that you do. Look forward to 5, 10, 15 more years. Congratulations.
So Anthony, I thought it was some good timing to just take a break and bring that greeting from Mayor Michelle Wu. I'm peeping the red hoodie.
Had to. I couldn't find one of my Java shirts this morning, but I had to put some red on.
Let's keep it real. You only got a couple. I'm in the back of my mind. Yeah, I got to get them some more gear. Miss Lisa? No, sir. Anthony, what's up, brother? I know you're in the midst of a lot, but you all often hear me refer to TDS, the Davis system. Well, this is the CEO and founder, and this is the system that keeps us percolating. So, brother Anthony, what's up, sir?
How you doing, sir? I'm doing well. Thank you so much for having me this morning. And I'm glad to be here. I know it's a long list of people and I'm on time, so I just want to make sure I get my things out that I want to say. First, congratulations to you. In all seriousness, I am extremely thankful for you, beyond our business relationship, our brotherhood and our partner. I'm trying to avoid this little glare on my screen.
You look good. Listen, hold on, because whatever's that whole background and everything, you popping in the video, bro. You good?
Okay, cool. Our new home and stuff in the background.
I wasn't. Go ahead, Anthony.
But no, I'm thankful for you. Like I said, beyond our business relationship, you've been a brother to me. As so many people on this call have already said this morning, you show up for folks beyond just what you do professionally. And that means so much. Over the last year, I feel like I have been able to lean on you more and reach out to you for advice, even though I know we are technically managing you. I reach out to you for business advice, reach out to you for just personal advice. And you always answer the call. And I mean, sometimes I know you're busy. Sometimes I know you have a lot going on and the fact that you make time for me, it really is appreciated. So just wanted to start there. And then as the mayor just said, this show started in the midst of COVID, and you didn't necessarily have to keep it going this long, but I'm really proud of you for your persistence and confidence to continue this, knowing all that you've had to endure over the last few years, honestly. And one of the things I just wanted to make sure to say before my time is up is just that I wanted to make sure that you know that I see you, brother. I see you as a Black man. I see you as an entrepreneur. I see you as an empath. I see you as someone who cares about folks, cares about your communities. I thank you for that. We need voices like yours. We need platforms like yours, and we need people who care like you do. And so please don't stop. As the mayor said, we hope to see 5, 10, 15 years. And as I always say, we're going from iPhone to international. And so we're going to be right here on the road with you. And I'm just thankful, brother, for you and for all that you do.
Thank you, Anthony. And it's been a pleasure, man, to just, our growth together has been amazing. I'm watching you. I am going to also publicly name that I should have been more intentional in saying that Erin too was invited, and she could have done, because I know at some point I'm going to hear it. I know Jimmy had a wonderful thing and didn't even invite me, but if she's around, she can pop in. But no, Anthony, I thank you for the family that we've become, and Pops and Mother. I'm sure they are in here somewhere. I haven't even been in the comments.
I saw Mom in the comments this morning.
Mother pops in now
regularly.
Does, yeah, but Pops is out there hustling and doing his own thing with being a coach and whatnot. And so thank you for the friendship. Thank you for the business. And thank you for your influence yourself here in this city, brother. So we got a lot more to do. And as I always say in those meetings, that no matter how the expansion or growth or whatever, TDS is for me the glue and the central. And so thank you, Anthony, for everything. And thank you for your patience.
Of course, brother.
You know what that is. Love you, man.
Love you too, man. Keep going, brother.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Anthony.
All right.
Listen, folks, we are, believe it or not, we are catching up with time. And so I'm going to go to the comments. We have one more greeting coming from one of our elected officials, but I need to read this comment. One, because y'all know I've advocated for months, weeks, for people on Twitter to type. Well, for those of you that are here right now, and I got to acknowledge another platform in here in a second. Jimmy, congrats on the 5-year anniversary, bro. Java with Jimmy been my go-to for all the local events, issues hitting the Black Boston community. Most of my team and I, being Haitian immigrants and all, we didn't know, well, still learning, and do have the same barriers and needs. We need to continue highlighting political leaders like Mayor Wu, who actually cares about our people. That's real. You're setting a bar for other community orgs and platforms out here like ours. Wishing you mad success. If you all don't know who Stacko is, this is the brother that the mayor said right here on this show, that if the commissioner can't get to her and she's sensing something going on, she goes to his page on Twitter to see what's going on. Stacko, brother, I appreciate you. As other folks are getting ready to come in, I just want to acknowledge two people before we bring in our next guest. Is Rachel Clinton, excuse me, Keys. She got her nickname in Keys because when she joined, I would refer to a link. I would refer to resources, and Keys would put the link in there. And I always said that she had the keys to the information. So Keys, thank you. We'll highlight her and the team, others in the team in June. And then also Brother Walkstradamus, photographer, videographer. As many of you know, he's dealing with renal failure, kidney disease, and he's not been able to be as active. And I don't want him dealing with the pressure of booking an event with me. He feel like he got to come and he's not taking care of himself. And so you all keep Brother Walk in prayer. We have Nicole Obi in the background. I see her, but the camera's not on. Nicole, let me know when you're ready. And once I see that camera pop on, I will bring you in. But I just wanted to go to some of the other comments real quick. Pam is in the building. This one right here. Who said sing? I am not. Oh, Mom. Oh, Mom wanted Nia to sing. Sharon Cornelius. You're all set, Nicole. Sharon Cornelius is a staple in the Java Cafe. We talked last week about how we got to saying her name 3 times. This next sister I'm getting ready to bring in, she is resourceful. Nicole, I literally just saw your email. about storytelling. So I want to bring in a champion. When we talk about economic development, the wealth gap, Black Dollar with DL and others, this woman here is a champion beyond belief. This woman here has. We'll talk about the struggle of holding this space down, but when the struggle got real, and the struggle, S with a line through it, if you know what I mean. So I really appreciate her coming in and just all that she does in the state. And for all of us. And so, Nicole, good morning. Good to see you in the room.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm great. I'm so thrilled to come and celebrate your 5th anniversary. That's an amazing accomplishment.
From 5 years, and I think that is the standard sort of, they say if you make it past 2, you might be okay. If you make it past 5 years as a business, you can't exhale, but you might be okay. And so, Nicole, thank you for everything that you have been to me as far as business, but also personally, an example, a quiet storm that hustles and gets things done for policy in decreasing the wealth gap in the Black community. So thank you for what you do.
I'm excited about it. I think that a big part of the work that needs to be done to help us to build wealth here in the Commonwealth is we have to have information. We have to have true facts. We have to share and convene and discuss important matters amongst ourselves. And so that's why I really commend you and the work that you do. It's such an important part, of what we need in our community to know what's going on, stay connected. Everybody's so busy doing their own things, but you really are a way for people to take a moment and connect.
And I'm glad to have connected with you, Nicole, because it's just been, the help is cool, but just knowing that someone does have your back in general out there creating policies, whether it's a direct impact, but policies that you and BECMA work on, they impact us as Black-owned businesses, and especially as me being a twofer. So, Nicole, thank you for coming in. Thank you for everything that you do. Make sure you don't have any last words, because Nicole, hearing that, she'll say a little something, and it's a nugget, and you're like, wait, what did she just say? You good? You got everything?
All I want to say is I'm looking forward to 5 more years of great impact, Jimmy. Congratulations.
Okay. Nicole, thank you. I appreciate you much, and I'll be in contact. And again, thank you, for all you do for us across the state and that national influence too, but we'll talk.
All right. Thanks. Bye, everyone.
Everyone, that was our wonderful Nicole Olby from the Black Economic Council of Massachusetts. It's taken me about 2 years to get it right. I used to say the Black Economic Coalition, but they do coalesce. Did I get that right? They do collate. They do bring people together. Keys and WWOC, who I just named, is in the building. I had been watching and realized I was on James' personal page and switched over to YouTube. Still me. Keys, hey homie. I saw Ruthzy. Where is our city council president in here? I'm trying to keep up with these comments. Dante, good to see you in the building, brother. Okay, brother Walk, I just saw too, as we were thanking and naming him for his contributions to this platform. Listen, balance here. I've had to, y'all are clicking on the StreamYard link, and I guess people are signing up for StreamYard because they just told me I got a referral thing and they sending me $25. Okay, StreamYard. No intent of this before the 24th. On the 24th, there was intent because I had realized what was going on. My mom asked the question, the thoughts of Thaddeus in my head throughout the years, in reference to, doing a lot of people named today, Courtney and others, about the foundation that made me apt and able to ask the questions from a layman's perspective in COVID, to also, and please never get it twisted. this became a space that is popular with elected officials, candidates running for office. The foundation of that was because I had asked the people with whom I had relationships that were in elected office, hey, I see you on the news and the pressers, but can you come in here so I can ask you some questions that I'm seeing online from community that aren't being answered in the sound bites? So I just needed to make that clear and take us back to the foundational things of Java with Jimmy. Share information, keep community aware for the purpose of utilization of those things, and also equitable quality of life for the most marginalized communities. And so I'm getting ready to bring someone in that does that. They have a lot of clients. One of them is the Embrace, which allowed me an opportunity to be on, again, the national stage in a different vein of what I do. You all saw me singing a little bit the other night at Grace by Nia, but this young lady here, I watched from afar, and I think the game changed with my respect for her when she came on the show. And if you all remember, Sandy Lish came on, and her testimony and things that she's been through, I was sitting here like, oh my God. And so I'm excited to bring from the Castle Group, Sandy Lish, and it is good to see you. You got on a red jacket.
Of course I do. Come on. Of course. I had to show up. I had to represent Java with Jimmy.
And the hair is popping. Do it again. Do it again. Do it again.
Oh, okay. Well, it's Monday morning. The blowout's still holding from Saturday. So yeah, it's great to be with you. Congratulations.
Andy, thank you. How are you?
Amazing. You've made such a difference in our community and just shared so many voices and perspectives. And it's been wonderful to watch this journey and to get to know you and to call you my friend.
I am excited to get to know you as well. And I go back to that first convo over the burger over there in Dorchester or Adams Street. And I had an inkling then, but Sandy, that day you came and did the full show and told your story, I was like, okay, I see where the hustle comes from, because you got a rigor in you that quiet storm, but you get stuff done. So Sandy, I thank you for our partnerships. I thank you. I'm going to miss names. Nate, Julia, never mind. Everybody over at the Castle Group, Dylan, that helps out and gets things done. And I owe a couple of them emails. So it's not their fault, Sandy. It's my fault.
No. It's a partnership. We all have lots to do, and we're all trying to do a lot of good work. And it's great that we get to do it together so many times.
I'm excited. I just seen some stuff about everyone 250 or whatever.
Yeah.
Yep. So we'll chat about that as well. But Sandy, thank you for your influence. Thank you for doors that you have opened and made introductions, and just being somebody here and there where I can bounce things off of. Things that I'm thinking. So thank you. And most of all, not most of all, but just thank you for the red jacket this morning.
Oh my God. I'm not the only one in red, am I?
No, a few other people, Anthony,
all right.
A few other people popped on in red. So
I figured, we got to represent. And thank you for everything you do, Jimmy. I mean, really, you and I think first met in Walla Walla. I'm going to visit the Embrace, the foundry where the Embrace sculpture was being crafted.
Yep.
And I was like, who's this guy in red? And, we became friendly and then kept showing up in the same places. And from the amazing work you do here on Java with Jimmy to the things you do visibly in the community and your beautiful singing voice, it's just been amazing to get to know you. So many more burgers to come. And thank you for just sharing the perspectives of so many folks. I mean, it's such a hard time, especially right now, for so many people that are doing work that really matters, from immigration work to women's reproductive health to LGBTQ plus and gender affirming and just so many things. And so thank you for giving space to elected and private sector folks that do that.
Sandy, I zoomed in right there because that would be a whole cut. You know, Sandy's in marketing. That whole thing right there. I appreciate the sincerity of it and observation, but you were starting to go in. So I said, let me put Sandy on full screen because you know it, and you've lived through some things. You know what I mean? And so we won't get too far into a show right now with you. But again, thank you for what you do to keep building that castle. And whatever you do with the moat and messaging to protect those that are in the castle.
It's a team. It's a team. It's a mighty team, and we appreciate it. And thank you for everything you do. And we're always here for you. We're always here to support and to bring you stories and to be your ally and friend. So keep doing your great work. Just so proud to watch this journey. Absolutely. I'm looking forward to more burgers.
More burgers and then maybe some sushi too. So
all right, not at the same time.
See, I should have had you cross over with Nia, another foodies. Nia was in here when we were talking about food too. So, but Sandy, thank you. I know you got a lot to do and get back to that. And please tell everyone there at Castle I said hey.
I will, and enjoy your Javaversary celebration. And we love you. Have a great day. Thank you. Thanks for having me. Bye.
Hey everyone, we are getting down to the last half hour. There are some people that I intentionally are not coming in till toward the end. And one of the guys just popped in right now. He's here representing an organization and himself, but we became friends, 12 years ago. Back, let me just say, John Barrows, his campaign brought together a lot of people. And I'll just leave that right there. Brother, Brendan, Joyce.
James, hey, happy anniversary, buddy. 12 years of friendship, 5 years of Java Cafe. I can't believe it. It's been a long time.
Man, listen. And so, Brendan, the first thing that's coming out of my mind right now, just because the first thing I want to say is Papa. I believe that you was not a dad and just, you know, and in that dad, been through an experience and now dad times two. And so anyway, we won't get into personal and Brendan like we're on a Zoom or FaceTime catching up. But brother, thank you for friendship. Thank you that early in 2020, a lot, and you can attest, you were working at Lyft and Lyft saw that there needed to be assistance. We started with me, then Drive Boston, and then Sir. Lyft codes were all throughout this city and state and helping people. And so the personal is there, but the professional too. But Brendan, thank you, because getting folks to hospitals, voting, seniors, to come pick up the bags and stuff that we were. Go ahead, sir.
No, I appreciate it, James. And I appreciate you and all the work you did, you know, during COVID and all the work you've done in the community, you know, going back many, many years. I remember when we first met, just how struck I was by how plugged in you were, how just, you know, the advocacy work you were already doing. And just to see, you know, since then, everything you've done with this platform in particular, I'm just proud to know you. I'm proud that Lyft could support, you know, over the years. And COVID in particular was obviously a huge challenge for everybody in the city. And we were really proud to work with you and work with a lot of great partners to get folks, like you said, to hospitals, to critical essential services, to their vaccine appointments. We did a lot of work there as well. Voting access, you know, our social impact work in general. And you've been just such a great partner in that space. And it just shows, you know, how much you care about the community and how much you want to levy resources into the community and sort of help folks. And we've been real proud to be a part of that. And on a personal note, I've been real proud to be a part of that. So happy 5 years. It's really exciting. I can't believe it's been 5 years already. I can only imagine how you feel, but it's awesome. So congratulations.
Brendan, thank you. Give everybody at Lyft, you know, their thanks and whatnot for their support. Might be asking for some more soon because this is the unofficial, but you know, even thank you for your reach out the other day in something you guys are getting ready to do, you know, to support community. So Brendan, both, I'll say professionally first, but the priority is personally, because you wouldn't have thought necessarily of reaching out had we not been familiar in personal and shared values and advocacy and campaigned and been in community. And so you're going to make me go find the old video Remember
man.
the
We can skip the whole video. That's all right. But no, that campaign was a special campaign, and it's still a tight knit group of folks.
Yeah. Yep.
And still proud of all that work and proud of the work we still have left to do, James. There's a lot more work we can do, and I'm really excited about the future, continuing to support your incredible work. So happy 5 years. Congratulations. Happy anniversary. Here's to another 5, 10 more.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Brendan. I'll be in touch, brother.
Take care, James. Good to see
All
you.
right. Thank you.
Bye.
Folks, we have a few more guests that are going to be popping in for a second. I wish I had a long commercial because all this Java Jesus. We have 1, 2, 3 more people scheduled to come in. I can't believe that we are actually caught up with time. So with that being said, I am going to, where is this? I think I know where this file is. We're just going to go back. There was a brother on a couple of seconds ago by the name of Dante Luna. And some years ago, actually during the first year, Brother Luna did a video to recap Java with Jimmy. And so we're going to watch a teeny bit of that for a couple of seconds as my guests get ready to come in. We have guests lined up for 10:10 in about 5 minutes. We'll be back with you just after a short clip of this recap after year one. Now, where did it go? It's swirling around in the background here. It's probably downloading. We'll just do a couple of acknowledgments.
James Jimmy Hills.
Pastor Drumright, I can talk. Pastor Drumright from Nashville, Tennessee. Thank you. I want to acknowledge my mother, who I've been mentioning, Miss Teresa. Pam, love you. Sister Debbie, Dante, Belinda, Anthony Stacko, my brother. Miss Teresa, I cannot express my sincerest and deepest gratitude for your love and support for me and my family. Your friendship over the last 3 years has been nothing short of amazing. You are one of the most selfless individuals I have ever met, always being there and present for others. Please take time to enjoy all of the fruits of your labor, fruits, gardening, laugh out loud. Miss Teresa always got a joke. And indulge in self-care because we need another 50. Ooh, Jesus, that would put me at 103. Ooh. Hey, good morning. Good to see you in the room. Sister Soraya, everybody, the Staples, the Mother's Board, MZM, Toy that was in Milagro. I don't know if you picked up early Milagro, but Alexa went on and I caught it. Monica Zeno Martin, a mentor, former boss, and just a good sister. Good morning, all. Happy 5th anniversary, Jimmy. And to the full Java fam, thank you to the full Java fam. Here's to many more. Thank you for all you do for the community, James W. Hills. Okay, we're going to show just a little bit of that video and come back with you as other guests get ready to come in. And we'll be back in just a couple of seconds.
My art, I feel I've stumbled into. I've become an artist or a creative through embracing my ability and gift of gab. Wanting to help people all my life, I've landed in a place that has an artistic tone to it due to using social media, Facebook Live. I'm embracing a different level of my artistic ability. So that's, I guess, how I embrace me being an artist. Java with Jimmy is a platform that works to, or its goal is to share information, invite people into the Java Cafe to be a part of the Java fam, to share information, to at times express their mental health status, at times to make me aware of what it is that the community needs to know, at times where people can testify about their successes in life. We practice thankfulness and gratitude, and we have Sunday Java as well, where I'm a man of faith, and so on Sundays we sort of do a churchy type Sunday Java. Java with Jimmy is really, and I want to be intentional about describing it because it's ever evolving. Java with Jimmy has evolved into this online community space where people come on a daily basis to get information, to greet one another, to celebrate one another. We recently had one of the Java fam whose daughters had 2 brain surgeries. And as recently as today, she was in the cafe talking about the success of the surgery, and everybody in there was familiar with the situation and virtually wrapped their arms around her to support her. We have people in there who have formed bonds, people in there who have started their own sort of vlog cast themselves. So Java with Jimmy, I want it to be remembered. I want it to be known for. I want its brand to be one that is definitely authentic, that is organic within the boundaries of information sharing, awareness of resources, and mobilization to improve our quality of life. I think one of the first times that I remember finding my voice in the community, I think I was somewhere between 8 and 11 years old. There was an event at my grandmother's church, and they were talking about the plans for the next year. And nowhere in that convo did I hear anyone talking about the young people or youth or anything like that. And so I garnered a couple of young people I wrote the note, and they took it up to the deacons in the front of the business meeting, and they asked the question that some of our young people want to know what we're going to do about them. I think that's my earliest memory of advocacy. I believe the biggest benchmark in relationship to Java with Jimmy is within the first couple of weeks. The benchmark was that there were people, as we refer to in the room, or now we say the Java Cafe, we were actively connecting people with EBT resources. We were actively connecting people with support for those that were dealing with remote learning. We were actively connecting people with unemployment clarification around their benefits and who was eligible. One of the major benchmarks for me in this platform is the ability to assist and help. It's a calling, it's a destiny. I'll be honest with you, there are many times where I've asked God to take the concern away, to take the frustration away when I see inequities and when I'm familiar with the ability of perceived powers that be, that either by a stroke of a pen or through a vote or decision, that they can improve the quality of life for those that I serve. It's interesting because coming up on the 1 year anniversary of Java with Jimmy, I've been very reflective. And what started out as just sharing information and resources the day the governor told us to stay home, in reflecting on, we hit 1,000 followers just, I believe today, somewhere over the weekend. And even today in real time, people were sharing information, encouraging one another. The family atmosphere in the Java Cafe, there's a hashtag that we use. People come in and say good morning to other Java fam members in the Java Cafe. So to reflect back from what started as one live to 365 days coming on, and sometimes 2 or 3 times a day, where there's a community of people that are engaging every single day, greeting everyone in the morning, sharing personal stories about surgeries and healing, and being open about their mental health status. It's to be reflective on it, man, it's humbling. It's very humbling because this was not a sought after thing. Like, if I was going to be anything, I'd be a pastor or an executive director at a nonprofit, and this isn't a job. It's not like a full-time job. This is just something that I've committed to doing until the government declares all clear. But even after that, the environment and the space that was organically created by the Java fam in the Java Cafe, we're going to stay together and keep doing this. I'm from very humble beginnings. Again, from Barnley Heath Housing Projects. My mother had succumbed to crack. I know what it is to be hungry. I know what it is to wear hand-me-downs. I know what it is to deal with violence. I know what it is to have roaches in the kitchen. I know what it is to see mice. And so I do what I do because I believe that everybody in humanity, every human being has a right to live a quality of life that is purposeful, a quality of life where they have opportunities to be positive contributors to our society despite systemic oppression and racism I feel it's my responsibility to advocate and do what it is that I can do within my power in this new platform to share information, make the community aware of what's available to them, but then also mobilize them in a manner that they recognize and seize their power. I had my first therapy session, and I was sharing with the therapist that I was struggling with celebrating Java with Jimmy because of the nature of how we came together in COVID. And she said, well, let's switch roles. I want you to convince me of why you should celebrate. And I said, we've done it for a whole year. And I got ready to articulate the words, every day I committed, and I got choked up and I started crying because I hadn't realized that close to a year, a couple of weeks out, it's a weight. It's a weight with the technology, making sure the internet's working. People have mentioned to me that the openness and access and the transparency and then people reaching out, that I have to be careful around self-care because you listen to people's stories and you take things on. But when I sat on March 24th, I committed, and it's hitting me now, but we've done it almost a year every day, and the stuff that has happened in here it's been dope. I'm passionate about it. I'm committed. Have I had days at 8:55 to where I get up and I'm like, but I tell people often, y'all don't know the miracle that takes place from 8:57 Monday through Friday, 8:57 to like 8:59, from getting dressed. Let's just share that I'm not one of these people. I make sure that there's something on the bottom when I'm on Java with Jimmy, but getting dressed and just making sure tech is working and lining up guests and booking, and it's the commitment. I think in this, I know I've been committed to stuff, but I think in Java with Jimmy, the level of commitment that I surprise myself with, I keep getting choked with this every day. I think it's just now as we approach the weight of the every day, it is, if I be honest, it's a lot. It's a lot. I think sometimes with the critique, sometimes whatever, but those that have been a part of this, those 1,000 people that have followed, the 700 people that have liked, they're getting their dose of Java. I want to thank everybody that's been a part of the Java fam and the Java Cafe for the past year. You all are amazing. This platform would not be possible and evolve the way it's evolved organically without you and all the supporters, from grants to gifts to coming on every day. I appreciate you. And we got a lot more to do.
Four years later, we're still here. There's parts of that video that I think I know verbatim, and then there's other parts that come on. And so I just want to acknowledge, I did get confirmation that our city council president, Rusi Lucien, she's over on Instagram, and those comments don't pop up on the StreamYard platform here. I want to thank Dante for doing that video 4 years ago. And what I said in that part about what's the sense of having a Java Cafe and bringing space together every day, and people not benefit and there not be an impact. I see Mrs. Politics on, and I got to thank her husband, because in 21 or early 22, when people started going back to work, our numbers dropped. Not as many people were coming into the live. There are days that there are, and I was telling him, 13, 15 people will come in. And what he said to me was that if you got 13 people that are coming to listen to what you have to say, that's 13 people that are supporting you. And so I've gotten to some extent beyond numbers. The reality is numbers play a role in my part of this as a business. And the young man is getting ready to come in now is so interesting, because I had said, I think in the first year, I said, even if people don't come in, well, we don't do this, I'm going to shut the cafe down. And he said, why? And I think it's so appropriate. I have to call one brother before I bring him in, because the tech wasn't working right for him, but I want his voice. Dante just texted me and said he hadn't seen the video since we made it. I want his voice to be reflected before I bring in our last guest, that are going to close things out. And I just know I got my tissue and stuff over here. But this young man, where is it? Let me just get him queued up and get him on sound. And there we go. Okay. Let's go.
Hello.
Brother Bennett. Hello. You're live on Java with Jimmy.
Oh, wow. How you doing, Jimmy? Congratulations.
No, wait. You said Jimmy? Come on, man. Answer the phone like you usually do.
What's up, Java? How you doing?
Brother Bennett, listen, Joey, my friend, as some know you too, I don't care about the tech. You are a brother, man, that has been, oh God, people are commenting. Ari's on Instagram talking about YardTime, and people are talking
YardTime.
Joey, I got brother Thaddeus in the background. He's getting ready to come on, but there was no way, sir, that I was not having this today, and not having you come and just, share some words. You've been an encourager to me. You've been a supporter. And you hold me down, and I don't care about the video, but I just wanted to give you some space, and it was important for me for you to be a part of the celebration today.
Yo, honestly, like I was there when you first started, even though we didn't. I won't tell that story, but
tell it real quick.
no, because then they might want to audit you. But anyway, we definitely, I definitely seen the transition. I've seen the growth, and we definitely appreciate what you bring to the communities, what you do for YardTime, the exposure that you give us. I'm looking at my David Hart Humanitarian Red Cup Award recipient for 2024. That was when it was 4 years of impacted from Java. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate you and what you're doing. Continue to work. Continue to do what you do. You found your niche, and I think that 4 years, 10 more years, you should be going national with this and making sure that everybody knows the man that you are, the person that you have become, the transitions that you have helped make possible. You definitely contributed to some of the things that went on with YardTime, and we're glad to have you part of our organization, and just continue success. That's it. I wish you nothing but success.
And I know that, and it means a lot, bro. So thank you, Joey, and we'll be together. Joey is my next featured guest up at Salem State. And we'll get the email out to you. I'm going up there shortly. I'll check in, brother.
Okay, yes, sir. All right.
Man.
Thank you so
much.
Thank you
bro.
for including me.
Absolutely.
Thank you for including me. YardTime.
All right, bro. Peace, man.
All right. Peace.
That was our brother Joey Bennett from YardTime. I'm getting ready to bring in this next brother. We had somebody else lined up, and they may have a tech issue as well, but I want to bring Uncle Thaddeus in, because one, it's 10:22. His time was 10:20, and he's gonna let me know that I was 2 minutes behind schedule.
2 minutes behind schedule. Shit. Come on, black man. You already know.
Yes. Let me. I'm opening my phone as instructed.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm getting ready to send it to you now.
Okay.
But before I send it.
Yes.
So I'm gonna send it. You just can't read it yet.
Okay.
All right. So really, what I want to say to you, man, is look. Don't be looking over there. Look at me. This light skinned Negro Day, right? So you got to look forward.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
I'm just messing,
Yes,
man.
sir.
But
Yes, sir.
I think the whole thing for me really is I saw the post that you posted the other day of me speaking. Was it last year?
Yes, sir. Yep.
And just reminded me of all the parts of me that you've helped grow and mature.
Yes, sir.
Right. And help me sort of believe in myself a little bit more. So, as much as we laugh and joke and as much as we talk shit, right? I know I ain't supposed to be cussing, but I'm a grown ass black
Go
man,
ahead.
right? 5 years is a miraculous thing, man. I mean, as you talk to Nia and some of the other ones, restaurants don't even last. Some of them don't last 5 years, right? That's that make it or break it point. And, you've done a lot. And I don't, just being real, I don't always think that you believe in yourself, and
Yep.
And that's all of us. And, but it's time for you to really start to believe in those words I just saw in that video. You know what I mean? And that was 1 year. And it's time for, us to be able to act more on your behalf. You know what I mean? And so, it's not just you, it's all of us. It's the entire Java family. So, people heard me on your posts. People have heard me enough through the years. You know what I mean? I tried to have a little bit of my Conan on this morning, but
He called me yesterday.
Yeah, because that's my man.
Yes, sir.
But I write Heart Whispers. I write these other things that as my mom was ill and as she started to pass, that sort of gave me relief. And so I wrote one for you instead of me talking a lot. When we last talked about me coming on or me even coming in on this, I was like, I don't have a lot to say, but I really want to write something for you to say to the deepest part of you. And so, when we started to talk about Black joy and all of that, sometimes we've got to read it to ourselves. So I want you to read what I just text you, but read it to the deepest part of you so that we can hear it, so that we can affirm it, and that it's on this recording. And so for me, it's one of those things that when I go back and when I, the heart whisper for me is when I'm having a tough time, each day I go back and read it. And I go back and do the other things. So this is my gift, from me to you to say, when you struggle for a moment, go back and read this. So I'm going to have it repackaged and sent to you. It won't take me 3 years like your t-shirt, but I got a joke, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I just really, so this is my piece, and I'll be quiet because I know people got to go, but go ahead, take a moment
and read this.
Yeah, read it and read it with some conviction, man.
Yes,
and
sir.
Because you're talking to the deepest part of you, right? Which is that center that sometimes has us not necessarily believing.
I am going to do it right now because I put everything down because you told me to pay attention. All right, here it is. Heart Whisper. 5 years ago, I turned on a camera during a crisis and unknowingly turned on a calling. What began as a conversation has become a community, a lifeline, a movement. I've carried the questions, the stories, the weight of our struggles, the joy of our thriving, and I've poured them into this platform with love, consistency, and purpose. Some days I doubted myself and felt like I was just a man with a mic. But I've realized a mic in the right hands becomes a ministry. I've informed. I've connected. I've held space when space was hard to find. And now I feel the shift. The next chapter isn't about proving I belong. It's about embodying why I'm here. The voice, the vision, the vessel. It was never an accident. I'm not running on fumes. I'm rising on fire. So to everyone watching and to the deepest part of myself, you've done the work. You've honored the call. And now it's time to expand, elevate, and walk boldly in what's next. Where was this a year ago? No. Uncle, that I'm about 99% there. And thank you for the accountability, because this growth and anything in a person that makes what this platform is, you've been huge, sir. And so I thank you. I did well throughout this whole episode. Here you come.
Man, look, we all love you, man.
Yes, sir.
And we only want the best for you.
Yes, sir.
We got plenty of time to laugh and joke and and crack. But tears are of joy.
Yes, sir.
And so let your tears be of joy, because I'm out here trying to get in shape. So, it's a whole different story. So I didn't get to listen to all of it. But on the real, you've done some powerful things, man.
Yes, sir.
And continue to believe it, continue to do it. And let's not talk about it, let's be about it. Right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And, I'm gonna shut it down because I might start crying. But what I know is, right now my mom's watching it with me, and
Yes,
we
sir.
cracking and we laughing, right? And she's reminiscing about our times, and so I ended on the smile, because you know what I'm talking about.
I had to, look, the way the clip did it the other day, right? You talked. The clip cut it off and left it on a cliffhanger.
Okay.
And I posted just like that. Uncle Daddy's gonna get some fun.
Yeah, man, look, always, I think that's the one thing about us as Black folks, that we got to do better, because we connected with somebody, or because we're in a certain community, we got to be that community, right? And I get, we might as well say it for a moment. I get the questions, are you gay? Because I hang out with James, right? Or in the gay environment, or I go to, something at the Isabella Stewart, which is for the transgender folks. And I'm trying to figure out my photography or whatever, right? And just trying to, if I'm talking about Black joy, I'm trying to be all Black joy in all communities, right? And I don't pay that stuff no attention, man.
Listen,
And
you've helped me with that. Not to the extreme where I don't have concern, but to the point where I don't give it too much attention. Public figure, you're going to have critique. You community driven, but not. I've learned the difference between critique and control.
Yeah.
So
all that noise, man. You know what I mean? Because I still got the cuffs, right?
Yeah.
Let me leave all that alone, man.
All right.
Got the cuffs in the key, right?
Yeah.
But,
don't start because this will turn into an after dark.
I know. But brother, I love you, man.
Love you too.
I am grateful for all of the people that came on today. I'm grateful for everybody that prays with you each and every day, prays for you each and every day, and lifts you in the mighty ways that God has put in your purpose and in your heart and in our heart, right? Because God's put you in our life to remind us that He's present, that He's ever giving, and that we all have a purpose that we have to live. Otherwise, what we have been deemed to do won't be done. And so, brother, love you, man. Let me go out here and run this. I got to run 3 miles in a few minutes. And, my belly reaches the 3 mile finish line before I do. I don't know what's going on nowadays, but, what I mean?
Uncle Thaddeus, I did have intention on you calling out, but Brother Milton got his text together. But at some point, I want to introduce the two of you. I don't know if you've seen the video. And you were doing work back in the 90s. This brother and Brother Mario, who they're owning some contributions to community, and now they're contributing in a different way. And so I want that you two get connected. He's a great author and has a great story.
I be trying. Nah, matter of fact, I be doing.
I was gonna say, get that trying out, man.
Yeah, I be doing. Amanda Shear told me, like, listen, the ones that are trying is still home. You outside, my brother. You're doing. So
that's it.
I'm doing, And I was gonna wait till you got off to tell Jimmy, like, I don't know who this brother is, but we need more men like him. The problem in our community is men like him don't go around giving out flowers to other men that deserve it. So that was good what he did for you earlier, Jimmy, man. I knew you was gonna get emotional.
That is, I'll let you say something. I'm going to talk to him, and then I got to get up to Salem State. Jesus.
Yeah, nah, brother. I appreciate you. It's good to connect, and we all got to just connect out, man. And I know you got to get to your Salem State. Go make that money. Go make that bread, man. I'm eating too much bread, and so that's a whole different story. All right, brother, it's good to meet you, and I love to connect and love your words, and we'll all connect soon.
We'll get
all right, man.
Thanks, Uncle Thaddeus. Love you, man. For everything.
Peace.
Brother Milton, we worked at you.
Listen, my daughter, she got the technology under control, so I'm still trying to figure some stuff out. So I'm gonna have to bring my daughter along more often if it makes sense. So.
I tell people all the time. Toy was on one day and she was trying to get it together. I said, is one of the nieces, somebody there? Because the young people, they'll make sure we're straight. Brother Milton, I'm a little bit behind time, but we were texting, and I wanted to. I purposely, and you speaking for two, you speaking for yourself, but my brother told me he was coming today, and he didn't hit the text, but I wanted both of you.
My little brother.
Yep. I wanted you.
If we both ever on camera, you got to set the record straight. That's my little brother. I got him by almost 2 years.
I'm sure he's watching, and we're going to get a text in a few minutes.
Yeah,
I wanted y'all to come in because I got introduced to you by Mario, and then you came, and you got a powerful story. And as Amanda said to you, that like you are doing, and you're intentional about your impact. And so I just wanted to invite you in just to be a part of the celebration. Got to see you, all suited up the other night at the State of the City, bro.
I'll be cleaning up. I didn't expect it to be, I'll be honest. I had a moment there. Because it was like VIP. Like, I skipped the lines. I skipped all the white people, respectfully. And I've never, normally the police always was chasing me. So to walk by the police and then to have the rope go up, and then me and whoever was with me, we just beeline. And then as soon as I walked in, there was Dan from City Hall, who I couldn't recognize because that brother was clean and sharp. I'm like Milton. I'm like, Dan? I'm like, boy, you clean up. He's like, you clean up too. He said, ain't nobody recognizing me right now. So I was like, let's go. And then everybody else was like, Milton's the only one with VIP tickets. He said, nah, whoever's with Milton, we all going. And then to walk by all those cops with the gold badges and to sit on the mayor's robe, man, life, it's different, Jimmy.
Yes, sir.
I mean, man. So I had a moment. And I had to tell my big homie and some of the fellas in Junto, like, listen, they see what we're trying to do. They appreciate it. And a lot of people don't know. Mayor Wu, her department, she supports what we got going on. And it meant a lot to me. Isaac's my boy. I don't tag him on nothing, but at this point, I already told him, I was like, man, we locked in if it makes sense, man. So shout out to them. And I'm just out here doing, my brother. I got more work to do. Me and Mario got some plans, and I got some more things I want to do for the city. I just have to have more phone calls with different families and just try to uplift the community. That's it. I mean, I haven't been smiling this much in a long time, my brother.
That's the thing that I thought was so important to come in today, because that's the thing we have in common, is just to uplift community. You're telling your story, working on intentional peace in community, and I'm trying to tell you or tell the story about you telling your story and what you're doing, and also sharing the information. Parents, that when you came on, parents was talking about, I'm going to sit my son down and watch this. And I'm sure educators and other youth workers are watching for the information you impart. And so that's why I just thought it was important to have the Milton fam come in and be a part. And again, I guess I'm a little bit older too. So, but I won't say little brother. He's the younger big brother to me. But I just thought it was important, man, because quiet, supporter behind the scenes. And then when that connection was made, when I was interviewing you, when I was told that I was like, wait, what? Mm-hmm. So, Brother Milton, salute to you, man. I thought it was important to just have you come be a part today, because it reiterates the importance of telling stories.
Yeah, I'm just mad. It took me 5 years to get to know you, my brother. But it's cool, because I'm going to be following you for the next 5.
Timing is everything, and then we're going to be following you too. And we got at least 1 or 2 more segments to go where you and Mario come together and update. And you said it a few minutes ago, so I think I'm going to get it right. Tuesday, June.
Yeah, my brother. Listen, we're gonna have to go out to dinner or something. Like, bring Mama with you, because she loved me. She always hit me with the good morning. I love her too. So we're gonna have to have dinner with you and your mama, and then we're gonna have to teach y'all how to say tudo junto as a family. Say two, the number 2, and do.
2 and do. But two do junto.
June, the month June.
Yep.
And 2.
Tudo junto.
There you go, my brother. Just practice. Practice makes perfect. That's what I tell my kids.
Miller, get up in here so I can get up to Salem State, bro.
Appreciate you, my brother.
Bro, my best. Keep us abreast, and man, thank you for being a part today. And we'll get the invite for June, because
I got you too. I'm gonna sign it and I'm gonna send it to you.
A book.
Yeah. I got you.
We're going to throw the suit on in June too, because we're going to come together and keep celebrating. So
listen, I've been buying suits because I'm going to be outside all year for my community. So just send me the invite. I'm there, my brother. Appreciate you. I'll be rocking with you for the next 5 years.
Yes, sir. Brother, thank you. Thank you.
Appreciate you.
Everyone, it was an honor to close out with Brother Milton. And I'm not going to go over the names, but I do have to get ready to get out of here so I can get up to Salem State. Thank you. Thank you. This was a virtual celebration. We are coming together in June. We will have our celebration in June. My sister Misha is here, the baby sister. Misha, I know I was supposed to get over there this weekend, but I remember the first day, and I remember going back to work because I was out of work with the first round of unknown COVID for a month, scared to go back to drive the people. That's right, Misha. Had my supplies ready, made my first mass laugh out loud, and used to go sit in my truck and watch those first episodes as I ate my lunch and made my day and brought me joy. I'm so happy to see where you are today. Your true #1 fan. Mom going to try to fight me. Anyway, Misha, love you. Looking for greatness for you for this year. You and Nikki and Cammie and Ma and everybody, the family. Auntie Java. All right, I got to get ready to get off of here, you all, to get up to Salem State. But we'll get the date out for June. To everybody that joined today on Instagram, on Twitter, the record code is in the building. Black Dollar, that's Barry Miles right there. Uncle Thaddeus, if you're still watching, Black Dollar said that your name was Barry Miles, Panty Dropper. All right. With that being said, We will not be back with you until Monday, April 6th. Monday, March 31st. I'm going to take the rest of this week off. We will play some old shows, but we will not have the regular Java with Jimmy this week. I'm going to take a break, as I do every year for anniversary, but it's never been on a Monday, and I got to take the whole week off, and y'all know I still, but I'm going to take the week and enjoy myself up in Salem. So thank you for 5 years of impact. Thank you for 5 years of consistency. Thank you for 5 years of community. Thank you for 5 years of growth. And thank you for the next 5, 10, and 20 years, where we will continue to share information and resources, our stories, for the purpose of utilization of those resources and amplifying our Black joy, our Black culture, and for the ultimate purpose of improving the quality of life in an equitable manner for the most marginalized communities. This, ma'am, this, sir, this Java fam is the purpose why which we will continue for 5, 10, 15, and as the saints used to say, if the Lord delays his coming, the 20. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Auntie Paula, I saw your song. Thank you. Have a great day, everybody. Love and appreciate each and every one of you. And to all my guests that came in today. Uh-oh, I'm going to get in trouble. Uh-oh. Hold on. The fact that Alexa tried to show out and make an appearance at the very end of the show is just, this is actually our last appearance today. My wonderful friend and sister. Uh-oh, where did it go? Hold on. I'm going to get in trouble if I don't find this, Jesus. Where is it? I have one more greeting from one more of our, oh, there it is. Ooh, I was going to get in trouble. There we go. This is our last greeting for my good friend and sister. Come on. Did I freeze? Uh-oh. All right. We froze. I'm back. Are y'all still here? All right. Some reason we came back. I want to make sure that I show my greeting from our Congresswoman, Ayanna Pressley. Here we go. Well, I don't know what happened. I'm just going to have to show it this way, but I'm determined to show this video since it messed me up. Here we go. Congresswoman Ayanna Pressley. StreamYard need to get their stuff together because this is unacceptable. Here we go. Milagro, don't be in here laughing at me. Here is Congresswoman Pressley. Hold on. Share screen. All right, here we go.
Happy Javaversary, brother. Wow, I remember during the pandemic when you created the space at a time that was very heavy for the country. And through you, people were able to be empowered by information, to find community, and to find and experience joy as well. And here you are 5 years later, still doing it like only you can. I'm so proud of you, brother. I love you so. Happy Javaversary.
It would just not be Java with Jimmy without a whole tech issue at the end. Love you. Thank all of you. So glad that we were able to close out. All right, y'all. I'm out of here for sure.